Hey everybody, we're going to take a look at our features made from water. If you'd like to, go ahead and pause the video. Make sure that these make it into your notes for their definitions. We've got a canyon, delta, sandbar, oxbow lake, and cave. And I'm going to go through drawing the before and after pictures for you. All right, so the very first one we're going to draw, let's draw a canyon. Okay, with a canyon, you always have to have a river. Okay, and the river is going to run over the ground, right? Okay, so right now it's on the surface of the ground, but as time goes on, that river is going to be able to break up the rocks, okay? By rolling rocks down, it's going to start weathering, and your after picture, oops. You've now got steep sides valley wall. You've got your river continuing to come through, right? River's flowing that way. And again, as it rolls the rocks along, it chips and breaks more rock up, making it smaller, easier to move, and weathering that rock and eroding it away. So you're going to have a void left here. So at the bottom of the river, rivers kind of act like a sand belt. Okay, so you're going to have weathering here, and you're going to have erosion carrying it away, leaving this void. A lot of times too, you'll get it breaks away the edges of the wall, and then this whole wall could collapse in. That could be the canyon getting wider. Okay, so that would be the canyon. This is before, this is after. What happened to it? It got deeper, it weathered and eroded. Let's see, again, the moving water cutting deeper, narrow, making steep sides, and collapsing the banks. Next, we'll take a look at a delta. Okay, so actually, let's take a look at a sandbar first. Okay, so we've got a stream. It's going along, right? And water wants to flow. The longer, straighter it can flow, the faster it can get. So it's going to gain speed along this straightaway, and then when it goes around this corner, right? So this is the before, okay? But as it goes around the corner, it can go fast here, gain speed. Here it's got to go slow because it went around the corner. It's actually going to run into the corner, right? And it's going to start to cut away at this bank. When it runs into it, it's going to cut it away, and then it very slowly is going to start to go. This water here comes around the corner, goes straight, and the water has to slow down and come back into this corner. Okay, so the after picture is going to be basically the same. Major difference is this bank is being cut away, and in this slow spot right here, right where the water's coming past, it has to swirl back around to fill back in. We're going to get sand, right? So this is going to be a deposit. Okay, because it's slow water. Slow water right in here, and it's going to make our sandbar. Okay, So this one was a sandbar. This is before. This is after. Right? And again, you're also cutting that bank away. And that leads us to our next thing that we're going to see, which is an Oxbow Lake. Okay. So when we get that meandering stream, right, this is going to be the before. And again, we're going to cut this bank, right? So this water, as it comes down this direction, it's going to go real fast. It's going to run into that bank, cut it away, and then it's going to start to deposit it here with that sandbar. Okay. And over time, that is going to fill in like this. Okay. And this will become actual land. The sandbars will build up so much, right? And the water will go around it. Now it's getting a real meander to it, right? So during a flood, it's going to overflow and make a straightaway. And we already talked about what happens when water goes straight. It goes fast, right? So when it goes straight and fast, it's going to cut a new path, and the water is going to swirl in to these spots. But when it gets out of the main channel, it's going to slow down. It's going to make all those deposits right here because of it. And we end up cutting off that lake, filling in this spot here, filling in this spot here. This was already all filled in by the sandbars that had happened in the past. And we end up with a Oxbow Lake. And now the new river is going to be here. It's straight and fast. It's highly erosive. And our lake is now standing water with no current. Okay, this was an Oxbow Lake. Okay, before and after drawings. Next one that we need to look at is probably the delta, since we're talking about these rivers. Okay, when that river comes out here, meets the ocean, here's the ocean here, or it could be a lake or any standing water. Okay, the main thing is we got a lot of erosion in this thing. It's really coming along, carrying a lot of those sediments, right? And again, we have fast water racing down this thing, and then we have slow water. We have it slowing down. When it slows down, it can't carry as much, and it's going to start to pile that stuff up, right? So kind of a side view here for you. Here's the river coming down. Here's that ocean, right? Water's going to come in here. It's going to have all those particles in there. Plenty of sediment, rocks, sand, everything that's picked up off of the land. And when it gets into here, it's going to slow down, and it's going to start to pile it up, right? And then during a flood, when that water is really high and really full of sediments, really muddy water, it's going to make that pile even harder, or I'm sorry, even higher. And then when that flood recedes, this is going to be sticking out of the water, and this will be your delta, right? So the other aerial photo comes down here. We still have our ocean shores. But now we have islands starting to form that are made of all of that sediment that came down the river. And this continues to slow it down even more. Okay. So this is the delta islands. This is before. This is after. And again, fast water to slow water makes it drop. Next one we're going to look at. Let's see. Last one we should do is the cave. Okay. So cave, before and after. Got all these layers of rock. Pencil is dead. Got all sorts of layers of rock. Right? And there has to be water coming in, right? So we get that rainwater. Remember we said it was acidic. The rainwater has to infiltrate into the soil. But if there's an easy way through and then a way out, this is the spring, right? So that's the before picture. The after picture can be basically that same thing, only now as that rock goes through, remember I said rainwater is slightly acidic and limestone is easy to dissolve, right? Now as it goes in, right, water's going to come in a lot more, right? It basically is under the ground. It's going to come out at the spring, and what you end up with is actually a cave, right? And it may still have water moving through it. It may not have water moving through it, right? But this is going to be a space. Okay, we call that a cave. And we've got the area where the water comes in, or was able to get in, swallow it, and where water was able to get out is the spring. And maybe there might still be water coming in, running along, and back out, but it's dissolving it into solution and carrying that limestone away. And it's important we look at this as limestone. All right, there's our cave. Before, during formation, after, but this one and that one would be enough for the before and after. All right, the last couple minutes here, I just want to put this down. This is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. You'll be folding a piece of paper into 4 squares, and we will be looking at it, into 6 squares. We'll be looking at the cave. Again, limestone rock chemically weathers because of acidic water and forms an underground chamber. Canyon, moving water erodes the ground by cutting a deep, narrow valley with steep sides. The delta, a landform made from sediment that is deposited where a river flows into the ocean. The sandbar, a pile of sand deposited, and it's actually over here. The side over here is called the cut bank, right? And then this will be your sandbar forming over here.